Good day, sirs and ladies. I'm starting this vlog off with I'm personally royally off. Basically, I've just been walking around doing a vlog on my Samsung Galaxy S, thinking I can upload it straight to the net, nice and easy, rather than to do it on my Kodak Play Sport and then transferring it across onto the computer, perhaps converting it, then upload it to Facebook. I thought, it's nice and simple to upload it onto this, so I take it on this and then upload it straight from this. But yeah, I've been walking around for about 7 minutes, looking at obviously the little camera, and then I flip it round to stop it and everything, and the screen was black, and I was just like, "What have you done? What have you done?" I look back at the video; it filmed like 15 seconds worth. The thing is, there's no red blinking light or anything to tell you on the back of this that it's recording, and when it's not. Where on this Kodak Play Sport, there's a red blinking light just there, so I know it's definitely recording. So I was just like, oh, for God's sake, I've just walked around and spoke to myself for 7 minutes. Not even you guys. So I was just like, oh, God, no, start again, start again. So I'm going to do that now. What was I talking about? God, I have to remind myself now. Because it's just usually you wing it, don't you? When you do vlogs, you just sort of have a couple of things you want to talk about, and then you just wing the rest. Anyway, right, moving on. Yeah, we went to see Pirates of the Caribbean last night, the new one. What's it called? On Stranger Tides. I quite enjoyed it. There were some moments. And why have you come out, Power Lead? Did I tell you? God's sakes, my laptop Power Lead just come out. It doesn't last very long. It lasts about 15 minutes and it dies. I haven't looked after the battery very well. Anyway, yeah, Stranger Tides. Moderately good film. I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I love that sort of stuff anyway. And I had to go and see it. I know the reviews wasn't great, but I was like, I've just got to go and see it at the cinema because it's Pirates of the Caribbean, I've got to do it. And I probably will get it on DVD anyway afterwards because I've got to complete the set, I have them all. I've got to complete the set, It's like Pokemon, got to catch them all. So yeah, basically went to see it. Thought it was pretty good. Afterwards, of course, whenever I've been watching a film, I end up imitating and naming quotes from it because that's what I do. That's what we do, especially Chris as well. Whenever we watch a film, there's always a quote or an action or something which comes out of a film that we just take with us. So then, literally, I came out and I was just like, I've got to go to the toilet. So I was like, how can I put this into a pirate quote? So I'm walking out of the cinema and I go, "Pardon me, leave for just a moment, but I've got to go and drain me sea monster." And yeah, it was just pirate quotes all night, basically. I love Captain Barbossa. He's like my favourite character, I think, in Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm glad he's been in nearly all of them. And yeah, I love some Pirates of the Caribbean Barbossa quotes. If you'll fair to specify when or where. And the other one is, "Dare I gaze upon the green flash, Mr. Turner? Assembles a soul returning from the dead." That wasn't a very good one, actually. But I do like doing some Pirates of the Caribbean. "Not you, we named the monkey, Jack." Love pirates, love Barbossa. Yes, rock on. So anyway, yeah, basically we got a fan called Chad Warner, and guys, listen, we have a Facebook account. It's on the main channel if you want links to it, and if you want to send us questions, or you want to just generally chat to us on Facebook, for the chat bar on from time to time. In fact, it's on now. I'm surprised no one started popping up and asking us questions. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't just blink and change everything on the screen. I better go offline, actually, because someone's going to start chatting to us in a second, and I'll be like, "No, I'm doing a vlog. Sorry, I don't want to be rude." Go offline. Dead. There we go. So yeah, Facebook, please add us on Facebook, guys. The link's on the main channel to the Facebook. You can ask us questions there and chat to us from time to time. And you also get status updates, etc. about the channel. So yeah, one guy. Where has the questions gone? One guy called Chad Warner, who chats to us on here. He's a fan of ours. He has asked us if he could ask us some questions. So I said, yes, you can ask us some questions. Ask you questions. So he sent us the questions he wants us to answer. Here we go. So as I've just gone through all these on the Samsung and it never recorded them, I'm going to go through them again now. So I've had a bit of time to think about them, except one which I still can't remember the name of. Anyway, we'll come to that in a moment. I'm talking really quickly now. If you became a multi-millionaire overnight, what would you buy? It'd be a Ford Mustang. Probably one painted up to look like, what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Not Blackout. It's the Transformer. It's a Ford Mustang. He's a police car in Transformers 1. And I do know his name. I can't remember now, but I do know it because I love Transformers. Tell me something about you most people do not know. Okay, well, I had to think about this. I couldn't think of it because most things that people don't know about you generally are secrets, aren't they? Or things you just rather not share. So, something most people don't know about me. Okay, here it is. Right, obviously I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. This here is a painting. It's on like a canvas. It's quite chunky, actually. This painting I painted, and basically, when I used to live in a house with Nat, Chris, and a girl called Kate, who you don't see on these vlogs really very often, or if at all, because she's not really one for being on vlogs and stuff, because, well, she has personal reasons, which I totally understand. But yeah, this painting here, we were each painting a painting when we moved into this house, and it had to be with the colours gold, brown, black, and white. And we had to represent us, or be something about us, or something we liked in a, our own special way, basically. So I did this painting of this ship. Why? Because I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. And yeah, you can't tell, but this this gold waves here, it's actually, I don't, these cameras can't focus up close, but it's actually like, it's textured, it's embossed, if you like. You can feel that. And obviously the compass is all like rustic up, and obviously the gold ship, that's my ship. I even put like wooden effects along the edges to make it look like a bit woody, although you can't see it very well because this camera's not great at this sort of stuff. So yeah, not many people know that I painted that. There you go. There's something about me, and I like Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, everyone knows of Pirates of the Caribbean at work and stuff, but yeah, not many people know I painted that, and it's about me. And everyone, each person painted their own painting. Nat did a cow because she loves cows, and the splodges on the cow were shoe shaped because she loves shoes. Kate did a castle, like a Disneyland castle kind of thing. We can put like sparkles on it because she's a bit of a princess, she loves that. And Chris did an engine intake. Okay, that sounds a bit weird, but it looks really cool, and it's because he loves planes. So yeah, I'll try and find a photograph on my computer and post it now so you can see. Okay, does your name make any interesting anagrams? I don't know is the answer to that one. If you could eat lunch with one famous person, who would it be? Kylie Minogue. I love Kylie Minogue. I've grown up with Kylie since I was little. Back in the old days with the Locomotion and stuff like that. She was quite cool, and I liked her. And those sort of songs when you're little are really sort of go-getters. They make you run around like a little kid do in the aeroplane and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I liked Kylie Minogue, and she's still going. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely person. I would just love to spend a few hours having lunch with her and chatting to her and stuff like that, because she's a little pop princess and she's so tiny and cute. I just want to put her in my pocket like a pocket mouse and take her home with me. Okay, what's under your bed? Well, okay, I have two drawers underneath my bed. Basically, one drawer has my bedding in for the bed, and the other drawer has all my like costumes and outfits, of fancy dress, and the props that we use during like some of the shows and the previous videos and stuff. You've probably seen them, I'm sure. If not, go check them out. Yes, it has all the outfits and head wigs and things like that in it. List 5 things you would need to survive if left alone on a desert island. Wow, I would need food, water, company, and entertainment. And that leaves me with one left, so I can bank that one and keep it for later. Unless, of course, I'll tell you what I would have. 2 sea turtles. I'd have 2 sea turtles so I could, take the hair from my back, tie my feet to them, and swim away from that desert island. You know where that's from? Comment and post below. What else we got here? Next question from the Facebook list of questions that Chad has asked us. Why is it that everyone driving faster than you is considered an idiot? That was a police car, strangely enough. Why is it everyone driving faster than you is considered an idiot, and everyone driving slower than you is considered a moron? Well, that's obvious, isn't it? Everyone who drives faster than us is an idiot, and everyone who drives slower is a moron. There you go, question answered. Why put a towel in a dirty clothes basket if when you get out of the shower you are clean? Okay, right, this is easy. Basically, when you dry yourself off, your towel is a little bit wet, and then if you dry yourself off the next day, obviously that water remains in there, and if you keep doing it, say 4 days in a row, then that water becomes a bit stale, a bit stagnant, and it begins to smell musty. So if your bathroom smells and you don't regularly wash your towels, then that is why. So you need to wash your towels. Like, you could probably use it maybe twice, and then it needs to really be washed, otherwise it's going to start to smell. and it's all that water that gets in there and it just goes a bit stagnant and stale. But if you wash them, you get rid of all that dirty water, all that like conditioner and soap powder and fabric stuff and all that lot, whatever they put in it, is then in your towel, and it makes it smell nice and fresh and fluffy and blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's why. If you put a chameleon in a room full of mirrors, what colour would it turn? Well, it turned the colour of the room. If it was yellow room, it'd turn yellow. If it was blue, it'd turn blue. Unless, of course, every single surface, up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, was covered in mirrors, in which case then it'd be an infinite reflection of itself. So it'd probably turn either silvery sort of grey colour, because I'd imagine that's what it looked like, or it would turn whatever colour the chameleon was currently at that time. So if it was green, like it normally is, it'd be green. It'd just turn green because it try and do that. That's probably what I'd imagine anyway. What famous person do other people tell you most resemble? This was the one I couldn't remember the name of. Alan Partridge. There he is. Apparently Alan Partridge. I don't know why, but Alan Partridge, I was told. Unless, of course, I'm doing me Barbossa impression. If you could have anyone locked in a room so that you could torment them for a day, whom would you choose and how would you torment them? I can't remember her name because she does my absolute nutting, but basically the lady who plays Bridget Jones. I can't stand, for some reason, Bridget Jones and all those films, and anyone that Renée Zellweger or something, I can't remember her name is. But yeah, she drives me up the wall because like when I first saw her, she was in Bridget Jones, and I can't stand that dictating your life sort of thing. It's like Sex and the City as well. Sorry for any fans who love Bridget Jones and Sex and the City, but I can't stand those sort of programs. It's just like, oh, you know, the dictating of the life thing is the thing that winds me up the most. So it's like, you know, all the time. What I would do to torment her basically is lock her in a room and take away her pens and paper, so and any cameras or anything like that, so she couldn't dictate what she was doing. You know, always walking in, oh hello, you know, I walked into the kitchen and sat down at the table. I looked with a grimace at the food that had been laid before me. I always hated my husband's cooking, but without actually telling him, I think he knew. Then I realised I'd been speaking aloud. I woke next morning in a daze. He'd punch me in the face. It's just like, oh, just, you know, why dictate everything? And it's just, oh god, it just annoys me. And Sex and the City 1, I'm sorry, I was forced to watch that with a few girls when I was on one of our duty trips down route, and yeah, it's just 90 minutes of this girl moping that she'd been dumped at the altar, and I'm just like, oh my god, those sort of people. Yeah, so Renée Zellweger or whatever, I'd lock her in a room and take away all the pens and paper and camera for a day so she couldn't dictate. She could dictate to herself, but I'd make it soundproof room so she couldn't, you know, dictate to anyone else. And last question then, if you could be any age again for a week, what age would you be? Well, I can't remember, I can't specify an age, but I can specify a period. Probably when I was back at school, high school, either years 9, 10 or 11. Because basically I kind of miss school. I know it's a bit weird and some people will be like, oh, school was like the worst time, but I kind of missed it. And now you have the knowledge and a bit more experience in life, I'd like to go back into, you know, that era, and sort of like all the Muppets that were like, yeah, I'm really cool, and just sort of like, you know, basically making a twat out of you. I'd like to sort of put them down a little bit, you know more than them, have a few more, you know, sarcastic comebacks and quotes and stuff that you could really shoot them down. And if you knew what was going to happen as well, because it was like you'd gone back in time, then you could prepare for certain events and just, yeah, show them up royally, basically. I want to know all the answers to my GCSE exams as well, so I could pass them with no problem. And I wouldn't have to do any revision. I can have a lot more fun. And I'd take things like my Xbox 360 back in time and go, yeah, you think you're so cool with your Nintendo DS and your PlayStation 1? Oh, look at this. This is the future. This is an Xbox 360. You know what this is, do you? Because it doesn't exist yet. Well, look at the graphical capabilities on that. Except the only problem is HD TVs probably wouldn't have been out then, so I would basically be using it on a CRT. It still looked really cool though, and they'd be like gobsmacked that there's no wires between the controller and the console. I'd be like, yeah, I am the coolest person in school. So yeah, there's the questions from Chad Warner. Thank you for sending them in. It gives us something to talk about. And if you guys want to suggest any like topics for the channel, you know, weird conversations that you want the Kim and the Kai to talk about, please message us on Facebook or inbox us on YouTube or whatever. So I'm uploading this video to our personal channel because well, Kim did the same. He accidentally uploaded his personal vlog onto the main channel as opposed to the other one. He told me this morning while he's away. I was like, do you want me to remove it? He's like, no, leave it there. Just leave it there. So I thought, well, it holds fair to return the favour. That wasn't a very good impression either. I hold fair to return the favour that I put a personal vlog up on the main channel. Please don't forget to check out our personal channels anyway. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to them, because it means we're more likely to do more videos on those personal channels because we have more subscribers. But then again, you won't subscribe unless we have more videos. So it's kind of like, you know, the chicken and the egg theory, really, isn't it there? And I'm talking really quickly again. Why? I don't know. Because I feel like it. And I hope you can keep on understanding me. Like and post, comment, and win a video. You know what I'm doing. Some of you may know what I'm doing there when I do that. But so yeah, personal channel. Oh yeah, and don't forget to obviously subscribe to the Kim and Kai. And if you haven't already done so and you've got a Facebook account, don't forget to add us on Facebook. You can send us messages, chat to us on the chat bar, etc, etc, etc. And I'll put the little links in the bottom like corners now of the screen, so you can click to go to our personal channels and subscribe there and blah 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 blah. I will now bid you farewell and good night. And as Captain Jack Sparrow once said, you always remember this is the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah.